So we don't really want to get it super hot for what we're about to do. So we will move it over a little bit just to keep it about that temperature, or a little over 100 degrees. All right, this is what I'm about to do. I've got my muzzle loader here. It's a Thompson center, 50 caliber percussion. I did check and make sure that it was not loaded, because I know I shot it. So the ramrod goes all the way down. And what we're gonna do is basically clean the barrel with scalding hot water, scalding to you and I, but at about 120 degrees probably. And we'll go ahead and remove this clip or barrel holder like so. And then gotta remove the ramrod, of course. And then the barrel comes right out. Voila. So we'll put the barrel or the stock aside. We need one more little piece to the puzzle here. It's the cleaning jig, and it goes onto the ramrod like so. And I'd already ripped a couple cleaning patches. And what we will do now, put some gloves on. I don't think it's that hot, but it is about 120 degrees. And we're going to take this barrel, leaving the nipple in it for right now, because we want that nipple cleaned out. We're going to put it down in here and get one of these cleaning patches. Might be a little tight going down the first time. Yep. Let's see if we get a little water on there. Make it, there we go. And what that does, problem is it's helpful if somebody's holding this. There we go. What that does is bring that, I'm gonna have to make the next patch a little bit smaller. Come on, quit moving. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and make that patch a little bit smaller now. But you can see all the gunk coming out of there. All that black powder, just water, hot water. We'll go ahead and take about an inch off there. See if it's, yeah, probably a little bit more. We don't want it too small. Just a little bit smaller than what it was. There we go. to see. I don't know if I can get this on camera. We'll see if we can. If you look down there through that little window in the soap, you can see. Ugh. Just watch it. Well, a lot of the black powder is out there now. Oh. We just got a bunch up here. Okay. Normally doesn't do that. But you can see how clean that nipple is. Normally it doesn't get waterlocked like that. Like that. So what we'll do is run. There's the first patch. There's the second patch, all wet. We'll run a dry, clean patch down through there. Run a dry, clean patch down through there. You can see it's pretty darn clean. There's nothing on there. Been doing this for years. And it's not something you want to do in between shots, obviously, or in between hunts. So I usually leave my muzzleloader loaded through the season unless it's been damp out or raining or snowing. Then I'll fire it off and clean out and reload it just with normal cleaner. Let's run a couple more dry patches down through there. And then I don't put any oil in it during the season, but I will run some oil down through it after I do my final cleaning at the end of the season. Muzzleloaders, when you get them, the barrels that clean, I usually find first shot is not as accurate as the second or third shot because some of that powder residue collects in there and makes it tighter fit. See if we got a nipple wrench and we'll go ahead and get the nipple removed and check it as well. All right, got this nipple wrench. We'll go ahead and take the nipple out without losing it. Take the nipple out without losing it. Inspect it. It's got a little liquid there. But it's nice and clean as far as I can see. All right, and then we'll inspect for moisture, which there's usually a little bit in there. dirt there still. Some Q-tips. You just don't want to get too much nipple back in. You don't have to over tighten these things, you just snug them down. They'll stop when they stop. All right, let's put the gun back together. And we are ready almost test this out. I bought this gun when I was 12 or 13 probably. So that would be about 48, 50 years ago. So that's how old this gun is. And I did refinish the stock at one time when I was a young kid because it was a lighter color maple looking. I wanted that dark look and it turned out nice. It has been a fine muzzleloader for me and has taken many deer. All right, so the one thing I want to do before I load it, if you're ever unsure that it's loaded or not, all you gotta do is run the ramrod down and you can see that it's almost all the way down there. If it was loaded, it'd be up like that. In an outside safe environment, and you always treat a weapon like it's loaded, you're going to put a cap on there. So the purpose of this is, after you clean it, no matter if it's a normal clean like you do in between shots or every other few shots, anytime you introduce liquid or moisture into the barrel or before you load it, for the first hunt or any time I load it getting ready to hunt, before I load it I'll always run a cap off just to check, make sure that, anyway, that way it just dries any of that extra little moisture out that's possibly in the nipple or around where the powder and the nipple come together. So we'll go ahead and load this up and take a shot with it. So I got these little quick loaders, and I've got one already loaded up. I would normally use out in the woods for my second shot, third shot, whatever, after your first shot. So it's loaded with 100 grains of black powder. We'll go ahead and dump some in there. This is the first shot after a cleaning. Then the way these things work is the ball and patch are in the end here. And actually, get it started. This is always the toughest part sometimes. Now, the other day I had some concern whether I was putting that ball down far enough. So let's see here. So it's right. I was concerned about having that much room in between the end of the ramrod and the nipple. But it comes to about the N in Thompson center. The other thing you don't want to do also is smash that ball. So you can feel when it's seated, and especially on a fresh reload, shouldn't be an issue. But we'll go ahead and fire this at a target just to see where we're at and make sure it fires. So for this purpose, we're just shooting at about 25 yards just to see where the bullet's going and just to make sure that the gun will go off after cleaning it. So here we go. And remember, this is a reload, field reload. Keep an extra cap, or you have a cap in the cap of the reloader. So that comes in handy. I got some extra caps in case this cap doesn't go off. Looks like an old cap. So we'll see. Turn on the hair trigger. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. So I'm pleasantly pleased after that cleaning with the hot water, a little soap in there. It fired right off. If you do everything right, then you should have no worries. And like I said, at the end of the season, I would perform the same cleaning. I hadn't cleaned this muzzleloader for quite a while. Just wanted to make sure that it was in good shape and was gonna fire off when we get that big buck in front of us, right? So let's go see at 25 yards where it's shooting, and then we'll go from there. Beautiful day out. All right, I already knew where it hit, but for you guys, 25 yards, and I think I sighted this in. Originally for like 50 yards, but we're about dead center, but 6 to 8 inches above the bullseye. So black powder and round balls drop pretty quick. So at 50 yards, it'd probably be about half that distance. And then anything further, right on. So 25 yards, that'd probably be 50 yards, and that would be 100 yards. All right, so anyway, that's all there is to it. Cleaning your muzzleloader and loading it back up just for a test shot. And the biggest thing is having confidence of knowing where you're shooting. In the last 3 shots that I've shot at that target with this gun here over the past week, I've been right in that same area. So I normally don't do that thorough of a cleaning until the end of the season, but since it's been a while since I cleaned this rifle, I just wanted to make sure and have confidence that it would go off and be accurate in the woods when we get that big buck in front of us. You know how that is. If you ever had a muzzleloader not fire when you're got that nice deer in front of you, it's just a lonely, depressing feeling. But I have full confidence since I started doing this years ago. I've not had a misfire out in the woods since then. So anyway, thanks for stopping by Peterson Farms in Nashville. Hope you like this sort of content. We do this. We have a lot of tractor videos, a lot of how-to, do-it-yourself repair videos on different pieces of equipment and just around the farm here. And please consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. We're almost at 14,000 subscribers and a little over 12 million views overall on 1,000 videos. So, but anyway, time for me to get out in the woods and see if we can harvest some of the precious things that God gives us here. Stop back by again. God bless you till next time.